All I can say with Sagrada is I'm very, very impressed at how it continues to just wow me and impress me. This master plan that Kay had, how he was once again using these abilities. He said he's going to control all abilities in this town, and he absolutely is doing it. This episode is so basic in a lot of ways. A lot of the episode for the first half is Kay talking to a phone, and we just focus on the phone when this guy's talking, and then we'll focus on Kay. So it's like not even doing anything that amazing with editing or directing or even the animation techniques, but it felt so engaging because of what was happening. We knew Kay was up to something. How's he gonna basically outplay this guy? We know he saw the future, but how is he going to do it? And when you see them both sitting in this karaoke booth, and essentially he shakes his hand, and then the guy who can basically make him forget he has his abilities, he shakes his hand, and you're like, no way, because Kay's seen the future. There's no way he's going to do this without being able to counter it, and then he forgets how to use his abilities. And I love how, essentially, all the powers that we've seen in this series that got introduced in the beginning, to the middle, to even later into the series, they all come back into play, where we have the character create a hole in the wall. So essentially the guy who can basically transfer abilities by touching one person and touching the other, he can touch the person to basically transfer abilities over, so then he can look the guy in the eyes, make him forget. And even when he gets called out on his bluff, he essentially has the other character make this kind of like slide portal thing to basically get them out and kidnap this guy in a car. It's so interesting how none of these powers are introduced within this episode. These are powers that have already been established and given to characters earlier in the series. So nothing is coming out as just a plot device. This is everything that was planned in such an intelligent way to make this meeting happen in an intelligent way, but not something that is just like, oh, and yeah, now Kay discovered this person can transfer abilities over, or we just discovered this person can create holes in the wall. No, Kay saw the future, he knew exactly how to counter all that this guy was going to throw at him, and also knew how to use all the abilities around him to his advantage to basically kidnap this guy, and that makes it respectable. Obviously, I knew something insane was going to happen, but I didn't know how he was going to use it, and how once again he used the abilities to his advantage. That's amazing. And I'm very interested to see what's going to happen, as if you watch the preview for next week's episode, it's very menacing, it's very kind of disturbing, and I'm going to be interested to see how this is going to go. We only have a couple of episodes left, but how is this show ultimately going to end? I really hope Kay's going to be able to overcome it, but I'm kind of impressed because this was a very basic looking episode. Sagrada never had like the most amazing animation, but it did have moments where it definitely shined. But this was an episode where we're focusing on a cell phone for like half the episode, where we're just sitting in the same room, nothing really extraordinary happened. We don't even see these powers really work until the slide stuff at the end of the episode, but they made it engaging. The voice acting with the script and everything just made this engaging, so even if we're just staring at a cell phone and voices are kind of like talking over it, it makes it entertaining. And that's the power of this series, is even the most basics of concepts can make something so remarkable because the characters in this world are so fascinating and they flourish it so damn well. This was a good episode. I didn't enjoy it as much as the past couple of episodes because that was just like, I can't believe what Kay did, how he integrated like Soma and everything like that. But this was an amazing episode, I thought. Obviously, this is just like, we're near the end of the series. How is Kay gonna go, like, overcome it? We know he saw the future. In theory, he should be able to predict everything. He already stopped accidents from happening by putting the plant over the cracked floor there so the girl wouldn't trip and cause that car accident. So we know, like, everything seems to be falling into place, but with that preview, I think something definitely is going to go wrong, and he currently can't save yet either, so he has to get this timeline right. And that's going to be interesting. But I'd be interested here. What everyone think of this episode, and what was your favorite moment? I think my overall favorite moment is just that entire conversation in the booth there, and how he uses the other abilities to basically counter this guy who seemingly has checkmate on Kay. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and before you leave, smack that like button, share your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.